learners. This module is going to be a delightful one since it is all about the ingredients being used for a bakery unit. We must have an utmost care while selecting the right ingredients for baking a product. The objective of this module is to list the necessary ingredients for baking, to select a right quality ingredient, to classify ingredients on basis of its perishability. Before entering into the topic, let us see what is baking. It is one of the method of cooking using dry heat for a prolonged period of time. The common bakery products are cakes, biscuits, fermented products, and pastries. To prepare these baked products, we need some ingredients commonly known as raw materials. If there are no essential ingredients, then there is no baking of any product. But optional ingredients are used only to improve the quality of the product. So, from these points, we are going to classify the ingredients into two as essential ingredients and optional ingredients. First, let us see what are the essential ingredients for a bakery unit. We need flour, sugar, fat, eggs, yeast, salt, and fluids. By the way, the optional ingredients are milk and milk products, dry fruits, nuts and peels, fresh fruits, flavors, chemicals, and spices. Chocolates, cocoa powder, corn flour, mixed fruit jam, custard powder, and food colors are added optional ingredients. These optional ingredients, on the other hand, are added to improve the quality of the products. Let us now discuss each and every ingredient in detail. First goes with the flour. The quality of wheat is the main determinant of the quality flour. The quality of wheat is based on three factors. First one is the type. It is again classified into three as Triticum aestivum, Triticum compactum, and Triticum durum. Triticum aestivum contains more protein and are being used in the production of bread. Triticum compactum flour contains low protein, hence it is being used for the production of biscuits, cakes, and pastries. Triticum durum is otherwise known as durum wheat, which is widely used in the preparation of macaroni. Based on the color of wheat, it is classified into two as red wheat and white wheat. Next, based on the hardness of the wheat, it is again classified into two as hard wheat and soft wheat. Based on the extraction rate, the type of flour is classified into four. First one is the high ratio flour. This high ratio flour is also known as special cake flour and are usually bleached with chlorine gas. Second one is a whole wheat flour. In whole wheat flour, there is no removal of bran or germ during milling process. Third one is a brown flour. It is otherwise known as whole meal flour, which is a combination of bran and wheat germ. And finally, the self-raising flour, which contains certain quantity of baking powder. Next, we will discuss about the functions of flour in bakery products. It is acting as a binding and absorbing agent which combines the other ingredients. It improves the flavor of the product and also adds nutritional value to the product. It gives structure and acting as a backbone for the baked products. But also it affects the shelf quality of the products since it contains certain amount of moisture in it. Moving to the second ingredient, the sugar. The commonly used sugar is obtained from sugarcane and beets. Based on the types of sugar, the sweetening quality varies indefinitely. Granulated sugar, icing sugar, caster sugar, sugar cubes, loaf sugar, brown sugar, treacle, glucose or invert syrup, honey, jaggery, nib sugar, and golden syrup. Let us now discuss the types of sugar and the purpose of it in detail. First is the granulated sugar. It is an all-purpose crystal sugar which are large-sized granules. These granules sugar is used for crunchy biscuits. Next is the icing sugar. It is a ground and sieved white fine powder which contains calcium phosphate. It is commonly used for decorating the baked products. Caster sugar is a grounded fine crystal sugar with a smooth structure. It is used for the production of cakes, sponges, and short pastries. Next is the sugar cubes. It is available in the molded form and are widely used in hot and cold beverages. Loaf sugar is a large compressed block of sugar and it can be cut into pieces. It is mainly used for the purpose of boiled sugar work because of its purity. Brown sugar is an unrefined sugar and are available in two types as Demerara and Barbados. Brown sugar is used for the preparation of cakes, biscuits and puddings. Treacle is the another type of sugar which is a slightly burnt sugar. It is of dark colored syrup with thick consistency and are used in rich fruit cakes, puddings and biscuits. The most commonly known type of sugar is glucose or invert syrup. It is available in two forms as thin syrup and powdered form. It gives the shining effect to the fondant and are more pliable for chocolate preparations. Next is honey, which gives a delicious flavor to products like cakes and biscuits. Jaggery is an extract of palm tree which is used as an alternative sweetener to brown sugar. This nib sugar is a known brown sugar used for decorating the top of cakes and bun. The last type of sugar is a golden sugar which is golden in color. It is filtered and concentrated and are used for the preparation of ginger cakes, biscuits, baked puddings and sauces. So far, we have seen the different types of sugar. Now, let us discuss the role of sugar in bakery. It acts as a sweetener and are available as energy food for yeast. It improves the flavor and taste of the product and retains moisture in the product. It gives the brown color to the crust. It is used for decorating purpose as icing sugar. It gives uniform texture and improves the toasting quality of the product. It also gives tenderness and adds nutritive value to the products. Hence, the role of sugar is important alike flour. The third essential ingredient is the fats and oil. Fats are firm at room temperature and becomes hard when chilled, whereas oils remain fluid at room temperature and becomes thick while subjected to heat. It becomes cloudy in cold temperature. Let us see the types of fats into two. One is milk and animal fat. Butter is an example of animal fat which contains 82% of fat and are white in color, having an excellent creaming quality. It appears to be soft but not oily. Lard is another type of animal fat where it contains 99% of fat. This type of fat is obtained from pork and are known as white fat. It exhibits neutral color and having less creaming quality. The third example of animal fat is suet, which is obtained from the kidney of beef or lamb. It is a hard white fat and are used to prepare suet pastries. Vegetable fat is the another type of fat. Margarine is a standard example of vegetable fat where it contains 85% of fat, and it also acts as a substitute for butter. It is available in salted and unsalted forms. White fat contains 100% of fat and being added as a substitute for lard in bakery units. It has a good shortening power and creaming quality. Pastry fat also contains 100% fat and are known to be toughest in nature. It is a white colored fat and are used for the preparation of puff pastries. Moving on to the next ingredient, oil. Oils are obtained from nuts or seeds. For the preparation of bakery product, we commonly use refined oil which will not impart any unpleasant flavor to the product. Oils are having limited usage in bakery. It is usually used in case of deep fat or shallow fat frying. Let us now discuss the functions of fat in detail. It gives nutritive value, imparts flavor, improves tenderness and palatability of the product. It retains air cells during creaming process and helps in achieving softened baked product. It also improves the taste and color of the product. It gives extensibility and holds a good shortening value. The use of fat increases the eating quality and gives satiety. Moving to the fourth ingredient, nothing but eggs. Eggs plays a vital role in bringing a very good texture and taste of the product. It comprises of three parts, namely shell, egg white and yolk. Egg shell constitutes around 12% and albumin or egg white constitutes around 58% and yolk of around 30%. In a bakery, two types of eggs are being used. One is shelled eggs. A good quality egg will produce a good finished product. And next is the frozen egg. The use of these frozen eggs saves time and labor because breaking and separating are not necessary in terms of frozen eggs. While using frozen eggs, wastage are minimum because of not getting spoiled. It also helps in achieving an uniform quality with better results. Let us move on to the functions of eggs one by one. It gives a structure and moisture to the product. It imparts flavor, improves taste, and gives nutritional value to the baked product. The lecithin present in egg yolk acts as an emulsifier, whereas lutein in the same imparts color to the finished product. It also incorporates air cells and improves the grain and texture quality. Use of eggs provide softness and also acts as thickening and binding agent. Naturally, egg yolk has the shortening power. Other than the above mentioned functions, it is also giving a shining appearance to the finished products. The fifth essential ingredient is yeast. Next to the flour, yeast is the most important ingredient for yeast based products. It is available in two forms in commercial markets. The first one is a fresh yeast, which is also known as compressed yeast, and are usually inactive at cool temperature. It needs to be maintained at 40 to 45 degree Fahrenheit for the yeast to get activated for further processes. The second type of yeast is a dry yeast. This dry yeast is also known as active dry yeast and are available in granular and powdered form. Dry yeast remains inactive at room temperature and have a shelf life of 4 to 6 months because of its lesser moisture content. Coming to the functions of yeast, it releases carbon dioxide in order to raise the dough. It also increases the volume and improve the texture and flavor of the products. It gives a good structure to the product. The sixth essential ingredient is salt. Though the role of salt is less common in baked products, it has certain functions in bakery industry. The chemical name of salt is sodium chloride and the chemical formula is NaCl. It comprises of 40% sodium and 60% chlorine and gives a distinctive flavor. Let us discuss the functions of salt in detail. It is believed to control the yeast activity, thereby overproduction of carbon dioxide can be reduced. It improves flavor and crust color. It helps in cutting down the excessive sweetness. It retains the freshness and keeps the product moisture for a longer period. It also helps in retention of carbon dioxide gas in the baked products. It accounts to improve the texture and grains. It prevents bacterial formation and strengthens the product. It improves water absorption power, otherwise known as WAP, and also controls acid production. The last essential ingredient is fluids. Fluids includes both the water and milk. First, let us discuss the role of water. Water is available in different types, namely hard water, soft water, acidic water, saline water, and drinking water. It can be of any type but used in minimum amount in bakery industry. Regarding the functions of water, it moistens the product and makes it soft textured one. It combines all the dry ingredients together. It makes the ingredients to get distributed easily and equally. It is responsible for bringing the structure to the product. It also has a control over temperature. It improves the keeping quality of the product. While heating or baking, the water usually converts into vapor form, thereby providing some free spaces which makes the product to be more soft. Next fluid is none other than milk. It is being used in different forms in the bakery industry, such as liquid form, the normal milk we usually consume, then the concentrated one where the milk will be thick enough and condensed, and the dry form of milk is otherwise known as milk powder, extensively used in confectionery products. Milk has different role which includes providing a nutritional value and has a gas retention power. Milk gives a good color to the crust and have water retention capacity. It improves the flavor, taste and texture of the product. It has a buffering action and improves tenderness of the product. So far, we have seen all about the essential ingredients, and now it's a time to look into the optional ingredients. In track, we have leavening agent. Leavening agents are used for the production and incorporation of gas into the product. It has the power of increasing the volume and will retain throughout the baking process. Leavening agents makes the product lighter, chew easily, helps in easier digestion and gives a tastier and appetizing finished baked products. Baking soda is a commonly used leavening agent and are chemically known as sodium bicarbonate. It gives an unpleasant smell when added in excess amount. It imparts brown color to the bakery product. and it produces yellow spot and makes the product unpalatable if added in excess quantity. Baking powder is the another leavening agent. It comprises of sodium bicarbonate and acid salt. Baking powder is available in three categories. One is the double acting baking powder, where it is the combination of both fast and slow acting baking powder. Second is the slow action, where it does not release much gas during operation while releases some amount during heating. Third is the fast action, where it releases most of the carbon dioxide during operation and little during baking. Leavening agents help in increasing the volume of the product, gives tenderness, and makes the product lighter. It improves the color of the crumb and makes the product softened and also imparts taste and smell. It also helps in improving the digestion process. Other than the above mentioned optional ingredients, we have fewer here. Number 1 is the fruits and nuts. Usually these are used in decorating the tops of the products. Number 2 is chocolates. These chocolates are added to fondant cakes and also used to improve the flavor and color of the product. Number 3 is a food color. It is being added to make the product more colorful and attractive. And number 4 is a flavor. Usually it gives palatability and variety to the product. So, dear learners, I hope you all have enjoyed the module and learned the functions of different ingredients. Next time, when you bite a cake or biscuit or cookies, you would remember the different types of ingredients being used to prepare such a product. We'll get back with more modules soon, and thank you.